listening to these guys talk about the new Monster Hunter game and how they didn't like it compared to the previous ones.
Mm, really, kitty.
I had made another support ticket to Frontier because they still didn't
Mm-hmm.
do my account. So I emailed them back and they never got back to me, so I made a new support ticket. Have you looked at anything with mine? At what I need?
Not recently, no. Why?
Well, you gonna join me?
I guess. What do you need?
I don't know, Seth. All I remember is the last time I'd spent like a few hours doing it, and then you came in at the last, and then I went to bed. Like you came in at the last like 10 minutes that I was on, if I recall.
Ceramic deposits.
I'm almost done. Got 13 days left.
Well, I hope you are.
I'm having issues with my controller. My right thumbstick keeps giving random inputs, which means I'm probably gonna have to take it apart and clean it.
Weird. I've never had to do that for this one. 7, 2, 2. Okay. Hey Q, what are you collecting right now?
What?
What are
I'm
you
landing
getting
at a
right?
station and I'll tell you.
Okay. Because I'm just gonna go back
I
to look.
stopped at a debris field and picked up some things floating around.
Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep going to working. Um, I just want to make sure I don't pick up. Like, I'm gonna get water, and I just want to make sure you're not getting water.
No, I'm not getting water.
Okay. Because
We're
we don't.
clear for water.
Alright. Because you don't need much water, really, 2 loads. So I was just gonna make sure. You know what I mean? Just remember 7 for me.
7, 7,
Mm-hmm.
7, 7. Shit, I forgot.
Because I'm gonna need 7 ceramic composites for you.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'm actually pretty close.
You actually kind of are. Once we get yours done, then we can finally finish my stupid decision. I am regretting that thing. Did you see how much is left on that thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I regret wanting that. But I also don't. They actually added some more management stuff for for your systems. By making it easier to understand how they pool resources from around the system, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And after looking at that, you kind of made a mistake where you were placing your main thing at. Right. Where you kind of want it, and don't worry, Q, I made an even worse mistake. Where you kind of want it is in around a planet with a lot of moons. More the better. And I think you have a planet with a lot of moons in your system, like me. You know what I mean? You?
Did you repeat that?
You generally want your station to be around a planet with a lot of moons. You have a planet with a lot of moons. You have one planet with 1, 2, 3 moons. No, 2 moons. You have a planet with 2 moons, and that would be where you would actually want to put a main station at. If that's neat to you.
I'm sorry, you have to say that again. I zoned out so bad.
I'm not repeating myself.
I'm sorry, what was interesting to me? Please, please, Seth. I'm sorry, I'll listen this time. It was an
You,
accident. I didn't mean to zone
mhm.
out.
Around, you want to put your main station around a planet with a lot of moons. You have such a place.
Right. That's what I thought. That's why I was interested in this one, because I was like, there's a lot of planets here.
It's your center. I think it's your middle one. If I, uh, you're gonna have to. I mean, I can look, but you're gonna have to look too. You know. I'm fairly sure it's your second. Yeah, it's your second planet. I let me look at it in realistic. Second planet. What the absolute heck is it? You do. You have a very hmm hmm. Hmm.
Sounds like good news.
What are you talking about? I was looking at your I was looking at the orbit of that planet and it was confusing me. It literally was hurting my head. So I just had to give up.
Excellent. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Moo System.
Why don't you look at it and tell me how you feel? Look at the orbit of your second planet.
I'm getting followed. I gotta pay attention.
Oh, you have a secret admirer? Or is it a very public admirer?
He told me good thing he found me. So it's pretty public.
Now, is he on the level of a Yandere or something else? Or is he... Hmm. Yeah, he just wants to take you away from forever, right? Huh?
Hmm?
He just wants to take you away from forever, right?
Sure.
And put you in his basement as his
Yeah.
new toy.
Oh boy, I like toys. Oh boy, I'm interdicted.
Hi, friend.
I was so close.
Oh, by the way, you may not know this. Maybe you do. If you ever get interdict, if someone's trying to interdict you and you're near a planet, slam into get into the planet's pool.
It's like I have no control. Like I can't really steer left or right or up or down that well.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the problem is.
That's normal for
Is it
this
because
ship.
I alt-tabbed out of the game by accident?
That could do it too, sort of.
Oh god, they're fucking me up. What is...
Where am I heading to hit? Did I go to the wrong spot?
It's fine. I'm just boosting away from him. He can't keep up. Ain't that nice?
Yeah. What's also nice is I screwed up. I love the fact that Q's place is in total anarchy. Yeah, this is Q's gas stop where he charges 8 times the price for fuel. Wait a minute, Q, is it 8 or 20 times?
Hold on, get interdicted again. What were you
Really?
saying?
8 or 20 times the cost of fuel around your place.
I don't know.
Hmm. Well, you can't scoop it, so... Am I gonna get interdicted here? If I get interdicted, I'm gonna be very upset with Q for not policing his sector.
I
That being
submitted
said,
this time.
the good news is I'm not carrying anything worth a frick. I'm carrying water. That ain't worth anything, right? Unless you're on a desert world, then it's worth gold.
Oh boy, they followed me to the ship. Let's see how they handle getting shot at by this.
Is your attacker being shot?
Well,
I don't know.
I'm back, setting up my wheel. How you doing, Seth?
We're doing Q's colonization shit.
Colonization?
He ran away. The guy
Mhm.
attacking me ran away.
There's guys attacking you?
Yeah, Q got interdicted twice.
Yeah, but I
But
just
you're an
boosted
open
him. I
play?
just boosted him.
No, we're in
I ain't gonna do
Oh.
open play.
Oh, is he hauling the CMC?
I have no idea what he's
I'm
hauling.
carrying a bunch of steel right now.
Oh, that's fair.
Steel is actually more valuable than CMM. I get interdicted more with steel than CMM.
That's because it's based off of the cargo value.
I know.
I was thinking about CMC because I know when the patch dropped with the colonization, the CMC was really rare, so I thought maybe it was expensive.
Well, not really, and I can get it pretty easily from Horgan. I really
Yeah,
wanted
no,
it.
but when the patch first dropped, they
Mhm.
could barely find any CMC. I remember a lot of commanders compared, and that's like complained, and that's why they like stopped at one point. They like stopped the whole colonization patch, and that you couldn't do it anymore because they had to like rework some stuff for CMC and other things. Did you see the new patch?
Yeah, they gave more guidance on the colonization.
Yeah, seems cool.
Which is useful, not useful for me, who's already almost got his system complete, but it does help. However, I got pretty close to actually what I wanted. I wanted out of my system, anyways. So I did dump everything, right? Yeah, I got to get water again. My sector is now considered high security, though. Hey Q, how much water is needed?
I do not know how much water is needed, but I can take a look. As soon as I figure out how to open the system view. There we go. Give me a sec. Loading. I need 837 water. So the yeah, so apparently that Oblivion port re-release BS added more bugs in the game than there was to begin with. Boy. And they changed so many things about the game that didn't need to be changed. So it's not just that, and then changing all the female armors. They also changed how a lot of the game works too, making it objectively a worse game. Not to mention the new graphics is a big yellow piss filter on everything, and then sucking the color out of it, you know?
Yeah, I think you can get that removed though.
Haven't looked into it because honestly, I can't care. I'm just tired of hearing all the kiss assery.
I'll probably buy it when it goes on sale, but
I'm not interested. I'd rather just mod the original. There's tons of graphical mods for the original, including with character models and stuff that I absolutely loved. It still looks better than the bullshit that's in this remaster. You know?
I guess.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of graphics overhauls and stuff, and character overhauls in the game. But I found a couple that are like really good. And it came from a Japanese modder. One of them did. One of the best ones in my opinion.
Wait a minute, who's that behind me? I guess I'll send him a team invite. He's probably not cool enough to... He was cool enough.
I gotta go pee. Really? I'm under attack. I dropped out of the system. Oh. I'm under attack! Hey, you better fucking run.
Q, what are you doing? Are you chasing him?
Yeah, he started running. I turned around and pulled out my hard points.
Okay, put up your hard point. I was about to ram you to tell. Hey, Q! Hi, friends!
Hey. What's
Did
up?
I set off your Did I set off your collision warning lights?
No.
Oh, I set off my own collision warning lights.
Maybe it's because I was throttling up and it was predicting that you were gonna miss. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Don't ask me, I didn't invent it. Yeah, I started to run away, and then I turned around, put it in reverse, pulled up my hard points, and he started running. I was like, get out of here! I'll get you. I've been waiting for a chance to use these damn missiles. Not only did I go pee, I was putting some peroxide. I have this problem where like the skin and my inner thigh keeps getting like rubbed really raw.
That peroxide is gonna make it so much worse
Why is it gonna make it worse?
because it kills the top layer of skin.
What am I supposed to put on it then?
Lotion.
Lotion? Like, Seth, I don't think you understand how bad it is. Like, I look down there and it's all red and shit. Like, the top
Fine.
layer, the top bit of skin is already fucked off.
Okay, fine. Use triple antibiotic cream.
I'm not trying to say I'm right. I'm just trying to make sure
Okay,
that
use
if it still
antibiotic
applies.
cream. Use antibiotic cream and some lotion. Well, the antibiotic cream should work.
I will have to buy some.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, peroxide kills the skin, Q.
At this point, I'm just trying out stuff because the pain. I can't stand the pain anymore.
Oh, here, Q. This is my little brother's wife's brother. I was gonna show you something great.
Your brother's wife's brother?
Yes.
So his brother-in-law.
Yeah. Yeah, my little brother's brother-in-law.
8 arrested after child ingests meth.
Yes.
Why are you showing me this?
You should see. I actually looked up his criminal record. It is
It's crazy. He almost looks like a decent person.
Trust.
I know. I'm just saying almost. I mean, he clearly does not look like a person by a margin. But if you were to like fix his hair up, clean up, he'd probably be better off. He'd probably be a better, decent person.
He has abandoned. Let's see, how many kids does he have? I think it's like 5 or 6, and he's abandoned all of them.
He's after my heart.
For his drugs. Anyways, if you click on that link, you'll see a bunch of pictures, and you can see the girlfriend.
No,
She's
I'm not-
27.
I'm not interested, Seth, to see his
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah, you are.
I don't want another story reminding me how women will not pick the decent person because they want someone to abuse and abuse them.
There. Oh, don't worry. Her house is a drug den. She's 100%.
Yeah, and guess how she got there? Chasing the bad guy.
No, her parents.
Her parents put her in a drug den
Her parents were running the drug den.
and then made her become a drugger.
Yep.
Okay.
Although she looks familiar. I don't know why. Anyway.
She has that particular face that you've seen a lot of on like TV and stuff. That's
Mhm.
why she looks familiar. I reckon I get the same feeling, but I know I've seen it.
Oh, and this is even better yet. He was already out on bail.
Of course he was.
Mm-hmm. Now
I
he
can
has
just imagine people being like, "Back again, I see."
and here's a better thing. He has a brother who shot a woman in the face. She lives, by the way. He got 5 years or something like that in prison, and he got out, and then immediately got arrested for drugs again.
Right.
Yeah, this family in particular gets, for some reason, can weasel their way out of almost anything.
I find that hard to believe, but you say so.
What you put? What you put the meth inside of you put meth right next to the child's in the child's bedroom, right next to the child? That's basically what they did. It was the mother though that did it.
Right.
He's been out on bail since 2023. This guy has. And has been caught twice with drugs, and they just kind of let him out immediately again.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How many times is Square gonna release that same short of that from that short thing they did where the American guy shows up in World War II? They've released it re-released it 3 times now.
Who's Squire?
It's that one guy you watched a few times. He's really milking the fucking shorts. I don't watch them that much.
Squire. I never heard of him.
You have. He's that British guy that does those historical-esque videos. Zilla, are you back?
Oh, so they dismissed the drug charges for him the last time. Dismissed, but he bonded for the...
Yeah.
He bonded for the windshield damage. He had windshield damage. Though this was his last time he got caught with drugs. He had a felony amount of methamphetamine, but they just dismissed it.
Uh-huh.
And dismissed the probation violation.
Checking my email. Checking my email.
Although he didn't... Although I guess this time he doesn't get the bond out. They're not allowing any bond.
Yep.
Which makes sense. It's kind of a big... He did a big no-no this time. Right, Q?
Uh-huh.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, look. A 3-year-old getting meth in their system. 3-year-old?
That's a free education. What do you mean?
I don't know. Well, someone's gonna be educated. 8-month-old,
I
actually.
didn't say who.
Yeah. An 8-month-old getting, oh, that's even better.
Disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
Time to open up Walmart.
Yeah, you're gonna want antibiotic cream.
Hold up, I gotta log in first. Well, it might be temporary, but at least my leg is feeling a little better right now. Already just to plug up that other controller I hate. The one that tore my skin up and had so much resistance whenever I tried to do anything that it legitimately like strained the muscles in my hands. Because it's Bluetooth, right?
What is Bluetooth?
This Xbox.
It can be. Yes.
That's the one that I got, right?
Yes. I like the Xbox controller.
The springs are too tight, so it caused me severe muscle strain. It has these grip things on the back that are like sandpaper, and it tore off the top part of the skin on my hands. And I wasn't able to play anything because it was so sore I couldn't touch nothing for like a month. No, I don't like it.
How is your hand skin that tender?
It's not, Seth. It's like fucking sandpaper on the back of it, Seth. Like you don't have the version I have, I bet.
I use it to scratch my hands.
I don't even think you have the same version I have, because this has got fucking sandpaper around it. This controller is so damn small, I can barely hold it in my hands. You know?
I don't know. For me, I don't know.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Is it plastic? Is it just pure plastic with plastic grip? Like
It's,
the sandpaper, quote unquote, is just pure plastic.
yeah, it's plastic.
Yeah, that's like mine.
And it's like patterned with like a bunch of tiny little dots.
Yeah, that's like mine. I use it to scratch my hands.
Is it unbelievably small that it's for a toddler?
No, mine is mine feels about right.
Because I don't
I
know if
mean,
you remember, because I researched it, and a lot of people have a problem with this, where all the controllers been getting smaller and smaller over the past 5 to 10 years. You know? Remember you and
I
I
guess
looked it up and talked to you about it.
it feels right to me. I'm holding mine. I can feel the sandpaper. I mean, I feel it. I feel what you're talking about, but it doesn't bother my hands.
Yeah, well,
But
like I said, you got a different version than I do. Mine's a newer version. You know?
sent you a picture.
I'll wait for it to show up.
I sent it to you on your phone.
Okay. Was it cream? And I need some lotion, right?
Yeah, some kind of lotion.
Moisturizing cream, body lotion.
I don't-
She better body lotion? Is that?
I don't know, man.
I don't fucking know either. Hey, Zill, are you there?
Actually, no, Q. You should probably just go with triple antibiotic cream.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out what type of lotion I should get. You know anything about that?
For your issue, you shouldn't put any lotion on it. Just put. There's a thing called, like it's gonna say like A+ antibiotic. If you put lotion, it just will worsen. It will just
Yeah.
sting because lotions usually have alcohol in them. You just get that antibiotic and use it like 2 times a day, and it should make it go away. I had something similar like in my crouch, and I needed to use antibiotic, and like it's very important to wash the area well, like 3 times a day, and after you like wash it and dry it off, you put the antibiotics on it.
Yeah, that sounds much better than my suggestion.
My
So I have.
my wife is a doctor, so she knows her shit.
So I found some maximum strength antibiotic cream and pain relief. It says cuts, scrapes, burns, and prevents infection. Sound about right?
It should say like antibiotics for rash or something like that.
Yeah, there's also triple antibiotic. You can use that too.
Yeah, I think it's the same. It's like for all, right? For all kinds
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
triple
good.
antibiotic.
Yeah, don't get lotion. Lotion you'll want to get after the antibiotic does its sting and it's all healed up and it doesn't sting anymore. And then it maybe will get dry in that area. And then you start using a lotion, but you need to get a lotion that's like, it doesn't have any smell. It's like without any alcohol in it. When you read the description, it would say if it has alcohol or benzoids usually. So you don't want anything that has that because that will like irritate it again and will cause the rash to come out again.
Okay. I'm trying to turn this thing on. There it is. Xbox.
Did you see the picture I sent you?
Hold on.
I even give you a picture of my hand for scale. Did you love scale?
Oh yeah, let me tell you.
Probably should have used the Steam controller for scale, but you know what?
Yeah, because your fingers are a little different than mine.
Everyone's is.
Yeah, I feel like my grandfather, they were incredibly long. Let's see, pain and itch. Let's see. Yeah, it does get itchy.
Puppy, 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 puppy.
With this itch, lidocaine, would that be useful for? It says it's an ointment.
Well, lidocaine is
Antibiotic cream.
basically a pain relief medicine, so probably yeah, it will relieve a little bit of the pain.
Yeah, because it was
You know what?
itching.
Lidocaine is basically what they inject into your teeth when you go to like get numbed up or something.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought that sounded familiar.
Anyways, though, okay, you still need the triple bionic
Yeah,
antibiotic cream.
yeah. First, just have the antibiotics. You need to get get rid of the cause of the issue because you have some kind of infection and the antibiotic will fuck it up. And after the itchiness and the soreness goes away, then you can add like I don't know lotion or whatever you want. But at first that needs to go away because anything you
Well,
put on
I'm
it,
just trying to get antibacterial stuff.
no, just get the antibiotic because that will kill. But basically, antibiotics are used against bacteria, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Just
So when you're like really sick and you are sick with a bacteria, they usually give you antibiotics. When you're sick with a virus, then they
you're
usually just
screwed.
give you like
Then they give you
paracetamol
a
and shit.
shotgun
No, yeah,
to
they give
end it.
you a revolver and play Russian roulette with it.
They give you a revolver and say it's time. You must end
It's
it.
like, it's
There's
on,
no
bitch.
helping you.
It's on.
Well, they can't
There's no help for you.
How I like to think of it is bacterial infections are um I mean getting sick via bacteria is you can't prevent. A virus you can prevent with a vaccine, sort of. Or a virus can be vaccinated.
Yeah, bacteria are more bitchy than viruses. You get a vaccine, you get immunity, but bacteria is always gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Or you could be like me and get
It's
COVID
like the
twice.
fucker upper of the biological world.
Hmm.
Seth, I think I've gotten COVID twice.
I got it once.
Remember
I
whenever
got it once when I was
Dory
in
was here?
Canada. Oh, Canada.
Yeah, I got it from somebody else too. Fucking Dory showed up with what's his name, and he gave it to her, and then she gave it to me. Yeah, anyway, he gave it to me when he got here with her, and
It's so much fun.
that was the second time I've had it. That was the second time I had it. First time I had it was like I think that was before I came.
Have you
Back
ever
when I was in
felt
Florida,
like
when I
you
was
didn't want to move for hours?
what?
Or you didn't feel like you wanted to move for hours? Oh, do I have a something for you?
Mm-hmm.
Something for you.
Sing it, baby.
I'm almost finished setting up this fucking wheel. I wanted to do something complicated and it didn't fucking turn out well, so I went back to plan A.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I wanted to like put the shifter on my chair somehow, but this fucking shifter it doesn't go in two pieces, so I can only
Mhm.
mount it to a desk.
So yes, that's the other thing that I complained about the springs being too strong and resisting you
On?
too much on the controller set. Other
Mhm.
people complained about that too,
It's spring resistance.
saying and they I know you don't
You know
remember,
why?
but
You know why the spring is too strong?
I know you don't remember, but that they've been saying it's been getting worse and worse over the years.
You know why the spring is too strong, Q?
I'd have
'Cause
to
I'm
say
gay?
this for me.
Cause it's springtime.
I'd have to say the spring on the
Oh, perfect.
the spring on the Steam
Makes
controller
perfect sense.
is stronger than the spring on the Xbox controller.
No, it's not.
Well, for me it is. I just moved both of them
I just held
side
them,
by
but
side.
I just held them side by side too.
Yeah, I was holding them side by side too.
Yeah, well,
and
you've got an older Xbox
I was holding
version.
them side by side too.
You've got an
Nope.
older Xbox controller.
No, I don't. This is an Xbox. Which Xbox controller are you?
This is an Xbox One control. No. What was the Xbox 360?
Yeah, yours is bigger than mine, Seth. Your
This is an-
controller's bigger than mine.
This is an Xbox 360 controller.
The gap between the D-pad down button and what you have here in the picture is
Mhm.
it's like double the size of mine.
Your cock is double the size of mine.
That's right. You tell them.
This is a Series X controller.
A Series X controller?
Yeah,
How serious is it?
it's serious. Sam serious.
Oh, that was a good game back in the day. I played Serious Sam 4. That was a good game.
What are you doing,
Well-
puppy?
Well, they have a version where they have all the games into like a multiplayer thing. Ghost Rider was obsessed with
That's
it.
the way, I like it.
It's called Serious Sam Fusion.
Serious Sam, not so serious.
It's also the serious room serious.
Control steering wheel. Steer. Okay, this is fucking
Yeah, I think it's
strange.
called Serious Sam Fusion. That's the only one I have installed out of all of them. And it like combines all of them.
Had before. That's the way.
Yeah, it has all of the games in there.
Yeah, but the Serious Sam I'm talking about is from 2005.
Well, I
I
don't
think.
care about your 2005 one. I'm trying to stay on topic.
Sending me the Serious Sam from 2017.
Yeah, I told you there was this one that had all of them put together to like play co-op and
Oh,
like
it's kind of a
combinations of
remaster?
things.
Is it kind of a remaster?
Kind of. I mean, it does say that it has some options, improvements. There's like a bunch of like different options, and it like has all the games put together.
I like the sound of a dog attacking the mic.
But yeah, it's supposed to be like a remaster of sorts.
I like the sound of a puppy attacking my mic. Hello?
It sounds like it sounds scary. I thought the aliens were coming.
No, well, it's a puppy attacking the mic. Because it's spooky and having fun. And it's a funny dog. Yes, puppy, I hear you.
Meatloaf, he did a song one time.
And he ate his loaf.
And did the time to chew it. What a hero. He did the time to chew that meatloaf. God bless him. And then he played in some movies at one time and did a decent job. And people thought, whoa, is that meatloaf guy? Or something.
Meet my loaf.
We're gonna rub that meatloaf of yours.
Loaf my meat.
Where is Hugh? He was in San-You-Ma.
Daniel.
Yeah, it's one jump away from, it's just one jump.
That's nice, but it takes
Daniel-san.
forever to get there.
No, it don't. You hit B, count to 30, turn it off, and you're less than 1,000 light seconds away, and then you just drop out.
Uh-huh. That's what they all say.
Who do you think you're fooling?
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
And then how many times does Steve get interdicted by a bunch of pirates?
Very, very rarely.
Because Q is the pirate.
And then the very moment Q says, very rarely, he goes, oh crap, I was just interdicted.
Look, rarely doesn't mean it's never, okay?
Q gets away and then interdicted by 10 pirates. Every light second he goes, he gets interdicted. They're just waiting for him.
Look, I just want to get a controller that's like the 360 controller. That's all I want.
Search for Razor Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about that. Well, right now I'm looking at Walmart, so it's gonna have to wait.
No, that shit is expensive. Don't buy it.
Oh, really?
It's like $100. What? It's like $200.
Whenever I
But
think
look-
Razor, I think cheap.
No, look up Razor Wolverine some kind of V3 or V2, I think. Here it costs like 1,000 Romanian lei, which is like a few $100. Maybe in the US it's cheaper, I don't know, because of tariffs, whatever, I don't know.
Heck if I know. Whenever I think racer,
Well, it
I
is
think.
true that inflation's starting to go down.
Whenever I
now.
think. Whenever I think racer, I think bottom of the barrel.
Wherever I think razor, I think that I haven't shaved for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's how I feel with Mad Cat, Seth.
Yeah, I feel that same way with Mad Cats.
Yeah, Mad Cat's is
Mad
bottom
Cats?
of the barrel. It's like anything like Mad Cats or anything like off like that, it's gonna break the same day you buy it, and they offer no refunds.
No, they offer a refund, but you got to go through $500 worth of steps to get it.
More like they send you on an infinite loop
I like it.
that you can
Yeah.
never escape.
You just get on a call center and eventually I get you.
Please hold to speak to our manager. Please hold to speak to the next manager. Who
And
do
I
I
get-
gotta talk to?
And then I get a hold of Q, who's in the call center, and I go, Q, I need this refund. Oh, for what? Mad Cats? He's like, wait,
Hangs up.
I'm part of Mad Cat. I have Mad Cats as a part of the contract. What the? I didn't even know we had Mad Cats. Turns out they just sent me to a random call center to get rid of me. Right, Q?
Yeah, right. They're like, please hold to speak to our manager. Hello, Andy's Anal Cream Emporium. Anal-
What the?
This one time when I was a kid, we had one of those telemarketers call, and my grandfather answered the phone and said, "Hello, it's City Morgue. Are you there?" It was funny, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to restart my PC. Be right back.
What? Had to give him a happy ending.
And I just thought that was kind of interesting. What I sent you was kind of interesting about my little brother's brother-in-law.
Interestingly disturbing, but yeah, sure.
No, I did tell you the kid that they adopted from one of them was born with meth in their system. It is a constant
You
thing.
expected me to remember.
Oh no.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, of course, you would probably expect me to remember, but I'm like in a semi-low point right now. Okay. I apologize.
Anyway, so yeah, it hasn't been pretty.
I
And then they're
apologize, Seth, but
contacting-
my memory has been crap.
And now they're contacting my little brother asking if he wants to adopt one of the kids.
Again? Wait, who's contacting him? The police?
Yeah. Well, basically the police.
The police is like, hey, you remember that one time you adopted that kid? Well, how about another kid? Hey,
Yeah,
sweeten the deal,
basically.
right? Sweetens the deal.
Basically, it's like,
And they look at
And
each
my
other
little
like,
brother-
dear God.
and my little brother is a kind, he's kind, and he's,
User disconnected from your
with about kids, and he's like, it's tearing him up.
I know, trust. I completely get it. I'd imagine so.
He can barely, he lives in a trailer right now, and he can take care of them, but they just don't have enough space. And he's tore up. He's like, I want to, but
But what about money?
he works at Anheuser. It probably will
That was
hurt.
fancy.
It will probably hurt monetarily wise, but it's still tearing him up. He could probably do it, but he's been wanting to save money to build a house, but
That's
You
the
know?
dream.
Well, my dad gave him land to do it. All he has to do is get the money to build the house.
Yeah. They're so cool, Seth. You know that?
Mm.
Said you're cool.
Uh-huh. And there's no way my older brother could help because, fun fact, the last kids he had were twins. Identical twin boys.
Oh boy. That's always interesting.
Yes. I want shenanigans out of them, though. You know, the kind of shenanigans that they dress up like the other one and pretend?
I demand shenanigans as a sacrifice. Seth, you're a madman.
Wouldn't you be expecting that, Q? I demand shenanigans. They're identical. They have to be shenanigan.
Shenanigans required.
Mm-hmm. If you two are not tricking your teachers, then you're not doing your job. If you aren't making your teachers go, wait a minute,
Yeah.
am I? Are you the right one? Yeah, totally.
They shuffle around.
The one's good at literature, one's good at math. End up in different classes, swap out.
Tag each other in.
Yep. And the teacher's just sitting there going, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
His math test scores are too good. There's no way he would have got this.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. There's no way.
So I got a box of those Reese's eggs. You want me to send you some?
Nah, they're good for you, Q.
There's 36 of them in there. I haven't ate a single one yet.
Now, as soon as you bite into one, that's gonna end. You're gonna go,
Maybe.
and you go, ooh. And go, wait a minute, are they hard shelled or are they
They're regular.
they're chocolate on the outside?
Uh-huh.
Oh. Did you get that shipment thing taken care of?
What do you mean? Did they arrive? Yeah.
No, I mean, they charged you $50 for the shipping.
Nope. The last thing that they're supposed to be bringing me is delayed. I can't sort it out until after, I assume. At least that's my assumption. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of this circus this month. There's just been one thing after another this entire month that I'm so sick of. I just want to sit here and pretend like nothing's happening. You know?
Mm-hmm. I have a pirate following me.
That's nice.
They overshot. Dang it. I blame Q!
Like you're winning. I can actually see it on the thing.
Either way, I blame Q!
Oh hey, look! I just saw you. I'm on the carrier thing, and I see you flying through space. See you, Seth. Have fun.
If this were my system, I would have just given up, and then seconds later, 50 federal corvettes would show up to deal with the problem.
Yeah,
It's high
yeah.
security. And
I
then
bet.
serious queue. I got interdicted once, and it was like all of a sudden, like 4 or 5 police, guard cruisers showed up and said, "Hey, what's going on here?" As I was running away.
Stop! You violated the law.
Mhm.
Stop! You violated my mother.
And the guy that, the bad guy that was interdicted to me, he
I need to buy
he learned not to.
some shirts.
User entered your channel.
I am back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I'd update drivers.
I had to restart from my wheel because it wasn't
Mhm.
initiating for some reason.
Yeah, drivers.
Update
type
drivers.
stuff.
Yeah, shit.
I got interdicted in
usual.
Q's system. I'm blaming Q.
I watched him fly across the sky.
Yep, I'm blaming Q for not
Oh, look, he's
hiring
flying
people.
across the sky again.
hiring people to patrol his system.
Don't ask me. I'm not the one that. This ain't my system. I'm putting the system here for someone else.
Mm.
It's that hard to find a regular lasagna.
Yes.
Apparently. The variety, the one that I actually want, isn't even in the size that I want. I want to get the chicken and vegetable one, but it's freaking like 80 pounds. Like, I don't want that.
Yes, you do. You want 80 pounds of lasagna.
Not the lasagna.
Lasagna.
That's how you get Garfield to show up.
But I don't want to take care of a random cat that comes to take over my house.
Yes, you do. It'll be your best friend, and you can talk to it and not be crazy.
It's barely
You'll
my
be-
house as it is because I've barely embraced the fact that I'm actually in reality living somewhere for once in my life in the past 12 years or 20. So, yeah.
Yes, and the cat will come and take it away from you, and it'll feel right.
It'll feel right again.
Uh-huh. And you'll be looking at your computer, and your cat's gonna be sitting on top of your computer, and you'll be looking at it, and it hisses at you every time you push the power button. And you go, "I guess I'm not playing on my computer today," and it'll feel right.
Sounds like, Seth, what do you do?
What?
What do you do when the cat does that?
It doesn't do that. My cat doesn't hiss at me.
You better not. You gotta beat it up. You have to bring out the brass knuckles. So I've knocked out. I'm down to 14,000 steel left.
Congratulations.
Yep. Man. I gave somebody some money to come help me with something and they fucked off. Can't trust people. Average.
What?
Average.
I don't know.
The garage.
Either way, it's funny.
A plane with a dinosaur head. Okay. See what that has to do with War Thunder.
I think he's basically saying I played War Thunder so much, this was my dream. What does it mean?
Yeah, but the flag on top of the tank is more like World of Tanks.
I don't know.
And then there's a dinosaur head.
Ah. Because it's his dreams, Q. Your dream, things get wacky in the dream.
Yeah, but a lot of people take stuff, re-upload it, and then put different stuff on it.
I
so-
know, I know.
Some guy probably made it for like art class or something.
I know, but it's still funny.
I demand answers. Yeah, I
Wow.
guess so.
And here's you a fun video about Russian fighter jets. Oh God. Oh yeah, there's Russian fuel gauge. It's actually not a fuel gauge. It's just like a timer.
I
Did you hear
saw
what
he overextended and he added that he changed it.
Yeah. I knew it didn't do anything, but it made me feel better.
That he overextended.
Yeah, that means he was running out of fuel, so he just added more to make him feel better. He knew it didn't do anything. It just made him feel better. How many Russians do you think did that?
I don't have a clue. Probably a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. And Q, this is a man after your own heart.
So he was saying the fuel gauge didn't work.
No, the fuel gauge, uh, it wasn't really a fuel gauge. It just measured how much fuel the system thought you had left. And this is a man after your own heart, Q.
That's the way.
Bryce? Okay. Listen to John.
That's Q's settings. Right,
Listen
Q?
at the roller. Not the Futanari part.
Yes, it is.
He wants to be pounded, man.
And he wants the safety settings turned off too.
There you go, Zill. Yeah, but that means he can get hurt or die.
I
The safety
know.
settings doesn't stop them from like touching or doing anything with the holograms. So the fact that he turns off the safety means he's probably gonna intend to be in the hospital. You know?
Yes, that's what makes it even funnier. Actually, it's Someone in the comments said, and the janitor quit that day.
Yeah. The holodecks don't need janitors. You know?
It may need a janitor after that.
Well, no, it's a joke that somebody came up with. How a lot of stuff on this ship is very dealing. It cleans up.
Mm-hmm.
So the holodeck, if there was anything like that, it would just be gone. It'd clean itself. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's what it is. What it is. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's great though. It's just a great little fake skit. When made, it's like, here we go.
Yeah, Zilla, I sent it to you.
So what?
I sent you something Seth just sent me.
This is a guy after Q's heart.
Right.
He wants those settings on his
My beloved.
yeah, you want those settings too.
Beloved.
I sent you a picture on your phone.
1 sec. Still setting up this beautiful game. That's the way I like it. Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
How well.
Where the fuck is that setting? I think it's in control.
You know what I wish you could do in this game? Set up a trade circle where it just as soon as you you know what I mean?
Nope.
As soon as you landed and picked up your cargo, it would immediately put the waypoints where you want to go before. I mean, so you don't have to reopen the map.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Thought my PC just died.
Oh boy. And I know this feeling. I'm sure you know this feeling quite well.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
I called Eagle to check on him, and he says he's refueling a plane. Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm.
He's an eagle, he has to fly.
Is that the one
What
flying
plane?
it?
What plane is refueling?
Don't know. Didn't ask. He was apparently in the middle of something, so I didn't want to hold him up. can ask him later.
That's the way. I like it. Where the fuck is this? Reset.
So what I do, Seth,
Uh-huh.
you know, if I don't mind it stopping at about 1,000 light seconds, I hit the B button, I drop a heat sink, and then I wait until it says 4,000 light seconds, and then I cancel off, then drop the throttle to 75%, and then I just cooks it in. And it drops out at about just about 1,000. Visiting the Voyager probe is gonna be easy now. Got right, Seth.
Mm-hmm.
Lincoln, Quebec, Uniform Alpha. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
But yeah, this Xbox controller gives me muscle strength too. A lot of spring in it.
Position authorized. Clear for landing on docking bay 099.
Like that night. How about that?
Automated docking approved.
But yeah, I was complaining to him about. He's like, "What's been going on?" And I said, "Yeah, I still have to. I think I have to wait until the thing gets delivered to sort that out." You know.
Yes,
I
dear?
see that.
What?
I'm gonna send that to Zill.
What? The bombs?
Yeah, Zill, did you like that short Seth sent you? I mean, I sent you that Seth sent me.
I haven't checked it yet.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought you felt that too. We've all been there though. Someone just dropped a bunch of bombs on you,
Like
and you're
30
just
bombs.
yeah, yeah, and you're just looking at them, going, "There's nothing I can do here." They a game, set, and match.
Yeah, and that's the small violin tune that they play in that one in the early SpongeBob episode.
Mm,
The world's smallest violin.
mm-hmm. Yeah, you're if you're that guy, you're just looking, going, revenge kill. He earned it.
The force feedback is pretty good in this game.
Maximum capacity.
That's what I hear. I've never used a steering wheel. The only time I've ever used a steering wheel was on like PlayStation 1. back when I was like 8, when I visited my cousin.
John liked the video I sent. You wouldn't have liked it, Q, but I'll send it to you anyways.
Oh boy. I love being randomly outraged.
It's not random outrage, it's just more gory than I generally would send you.
Did I give you permission? Oh, yes, I did. I completely forgot I did that. No
mean, he saw
changes were made to my order. Gotta order some food, so. Jesus, Seth.
I
What
don't know.
was
I
all
just
that?
I don't know. It's a series of unfortunate coincidences, and a little bit of the planting of evidence, and in an extremely believable way. I mean, he did really good, didn't he?
Get it? He's like, by all means. He's like, oh, wait a minute. He's like, get in the car.
He's like, oh no, I don't want involved in this. You're involved now, buddy.
What I want to know is how he made the revolver shoot like that, because it didn't look like it was cocked or anything.
I don't know what he did. I don't know what that kid did. All I know is I don't want to mess with him.
Must have been magic.
Well, I mean, he has a talking skeleton friend, so.
The guy's like trying to steal your car, and you put him at gunpoint to order him to steal your car.
Yeah.
I don't want to, man. I don't want to anymore.
Yeah, he looked in the back and went, oh boy, I don't want to get blamed for this. I'm already still in the car, but oof.
But yeah, there is a sad truth to what he said about the man of the house is not allowed to admit to making mistakes. That's a really, really deep, sad thing that's referencing. Because you know, a lot of men don't get taken seriously and they get ridiculed, you know, for trying to like share things and stuff all the time.
I
When it
don't know.
shouldn't
That
be
kid,
way.
that kid took care of all of it. He took care of all the problems. I think
Must
he,
be-
I think
He got
he'd make a
lucky.
good one. Probably. He home alone one of the guys. Then, oh, what was the next guy? The next guy just. Oh yeah, the next how he got the car was he's standing in the middle of the road trying to get rid of the other guy. He crashed, killed him, and then killed the carjacker. He did a good job though.
I don't know how he's gonna get away with it per se.
No one will ever suspect the kid it's something that elaborate.
Maybe, but they'll still start looking around to ask questions. Because, like, you could say, oh, he made it look like he shot himself, but then he crashed, so how could he make it look like he shot himself and then crashed? People don't
Yeah.
typically do that when they do that.
He already robbed the bank. He was already a criminal, so they just kind of go,
Oh, okay.
another gangland shooting.
Well, that does help. How'd you know that?
You can just tell how he was, or he robbed someone. It was obvious the guy was you know.
Could have been a carjacker.
Yeah, he was a carjacker. Did you see how he rammed in the back? He carjacked
Yeah.
the previous car. So,
Sure,
and the guy
he did.
and the dead guy in the back was the owner of the car. So what it looks like is he killed the guy in the back.
Right.
And some other guy. Look, cops are just gonna do a surface level investigation and go, yep, and not investigate much more.
Yeah. They're going to say we found fault.
It looks too cut and dry. Why waste resources on something that obvious? It looks so obvious. There might be one cop that goes, something doesn't smell right and might do something, or he might go, something doesn't smell right, and then go, ooh, donut, and then just walk off.
Ooh, Scooby snacks.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean, Q?
Yeah.
It's too much of an easy open and shut case. Because one of those.
Right. Right.
Because the first guy broke into the kid's house. The second guy.
Just randomly
The
crashed.
the second guy crashed, so he's the most innocent one there, but it looks like he got carjacked by the other guy, so. You know?
Yeah.
I'm about to get interdicted because of Q's unsafe system.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
The Qontopia system.
Mm-hmm.
Quarantopia, that's what you called your system, Q?
You can't name them, sadly.
Yes, you can. Stations, if you pay. You're crazy. And you
Can
pay
we come with you,
5,000.
Seth? We'll put a whoop on them.
Isn't it 5,000 arcs to name your stations?
Yeah, the station, but not the system.
Yeah, the stations. Well, you
Yeah.
can name the main station.
Mm-hmm. You can name any.
5,000?
Yeah, it's 5,000 arcs. Name any.
I mean, you
any
can
of the
if
stations.
you use the one that you get weekly, you can get the 5,000 on like how much? 5 weeks or 6 weeks?
Yeah,
Because you get 400 weekly, right? Oh no, it's more. Sorry.
yeah. Yeah, but is it really worth it? Not really.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull out those experimental controllers. This is getting to get painful. Trying to use this
What I would
controller.
do is name all my stations after some kind of Stargate quote or some kind of shit from Stargate for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's gonna cost you arm and a leg. 5,000 here, 5,000 there. Your entire system.
I would name my main city New Atlantis.
I would.
give you a
I'd
new
hate to be your
Atlantis.
wallet during your naming spree. Because it's not gonna be pretty.
That's true. Probably at least $50.
Yeah. And then there's also now where you can now paint buy paint for your stations.
You can buy paint for your stations.
Yeah, you can decorate your stations now with arts, of course. Which I am more okay with those, but I'm more okay with, being allowed to, I mean, arcs for that kind of stuff. But for naming your station, really? I guess
What you
because they
name
have
on
to,
it.
I guess because they'd have to check it, to make sure you don't do something stupid with the name, but
If they want to
still.
be if they want to be even more predatory on these things, they could do that. Like your station would be like a random code instead of a name, and like everybody then it would pay that 5,000 to rename the system. And basically, your system, and not your system, your
Yeah.
stations will have the name of Elon Musk's kid, like X dash whatever.
Yeah, you can, thankfully, for free, you can kind of cycle the names from pre-generated stuff.
Oh, okay, that's a good option.
And you have infinite recycles, but you can only select the name 5 times. So you can keep hitting refresh, but once you hit confirm, you only get 5 confirms, but
Okay.
infinite number of refreshes.
So they're not that predatory on the paying stuff. They could have been more predatory on this, like way more.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
They're pretty decent. If this
yeah.
was Blizzard or some other fucking company, they would be
Mhm.
like, you can't even have a system without paying at least $10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which company bought up the game? Because I know some other company bought it up now.
This game?
Uh huh. Elite.
Oh, it's the same one that does Roller Coaster World? No. Oh,
Tycoon.
no, it's not Tycoon. It's
It's about Planet Coaster, right?
Planet Coaster. Yeah. Same guy that people who do Planet Coaster.
Ah, okay. And Planet Zoo and all the planets.
Yes. Yeah, that. Planet Coaster 2, Western Front,
Yeah,
uh,
they had
Bar
decent
Fights.
games with no, and like Jurassic World, they also had the
Yeah.
Jurassic World thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jurassic
okay.
World, yeah.
So
Frontier.
they have decent games. They're not the best games, but at least they don't have a lot of like. I don't think they have any kind of like microtransactions, so that's good. Now
From
they
what?
have some with Elite.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, they have Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. Nice. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's fine. I have a lot of their games. F1 Manager? Really?
Yeah, they have oh, like they have a lot of like strategy games. Pretty weird them picking up Elite. They don't
You
really
know,
have experience in the genre.
It's Frontier.
What?
yeah, Frontier. I know it's Frontier.
Wasn't it also Frontier before?
I think it
Yeah.
was, yeah.
But
somebody bought up a portion of Frontier at one
I
point.
think what happened. I think they might have had a merger. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, they had a merger with some other company. I remember there was a big because like Frontier wanted to shut down everything at one point, and then this other company came in and they took up everything from them.
Oh boy, they have ESG.
What?
Epic Space Ghosts.
Yeah.
What's that?
ESG is the
DEI.
funny.
The what?
DEI. It's
DEI.
another DEI group, Force Diversity and Inclusion.
Oh fuck DEI, man.
Yeah, ESG is environment, social governance. Yeah, it's the cult stuff. This is the funny
Department of
stuff.
Social Gayness.
That's the cultist
Yeah.
bullshit that I reference so much and complain about because I've been directly targeted by people like that.
Yep, they have it. Most companies have been moving away from it. I'm surprised they still have it.
Well, it's because most of the companies that went into it got shut down because they went broke.
No, because
Eh,
they are afraid of Trump. That's why.
well, this is a
That is
British
true.
company.
That Trump is cutting down on some of that, but yeah, Frontier's is in Britain, ain't it?
Yeah.
Most of
Yeah,
the
because the
companies
website is
that had
.co.uk.
DEI, and after Trump came in, before even Trump came in, they started like dismantling their DEI thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are sick of it. It's incompetency. Oh yeah,
They just
Seth.
did it. I think they had
You know
like
that helicopter?
government incentives when Biden was on. They had like government incentives to do the DEI stuff. They were getting
Yeah.
money from the government, so they were like,
Seth-
no more money. Okay, fuck DEI.
Remember, Seth? Remember that? Actually, yeah, that's a pretty good point. Seth, you know, that helicopter crash into the plane that was mysterious.
Yeah.
Well, they finally pieced together what happened. And take a guess, what was the
What happened?
cause?
DEI hire.
Sheer incompetence. Yeah, they hired a woman who didn't know her job. The more experienced flight instructor, who was a man, by the way, told her that we need to go this way because there's a plane coming this way. And she said, no, you're not the boss of me. And then they died like 13 seconds afterward. I mean, it's not
And-
word for word what she said, but she basically said no and ignored him because he's a man. This was a more experienced guy, so 16 people and like 4 kids died because of her.
Oh yeah, and she was one of Biden's what do you call it?
Bitches.
Sort of. You're right, sort of. She was a part of Biden's government.
The helicopter?
The lady that did that, she was something a part of the upper part of the military, but she was demoted back down because she whenever Trump took hold, and then she had to do some helicopter training. Anyways, it was weird.
Yeah,
And so
anyways.
She was flying that and then slammed right into a passenger jet.
Yeah, because the tower tried to call them about it, and she was ignoring it. And then the experienced pilot, who was a man, told her that we need to go this way, and she didn't listen. She deliberately, I don't remember what she said word for word, but she basically told him, "Screw you! I don't have to listen to a man," and then slammed right into the plane. And then they know this because they recovered the flight recording information.
Is that public? Is there like a video?
It's public knowledge, yeah. If that's
You
what
can
you're
probably
wondering.
get the flight record. I mean,
You
who
could
knows how
probably
long-
find something about it.
You might be able to get the transcript somewhere.
I mean, if you dig hard enough, you'll probably find somebody that uploaded it.
Mm-hmm. I'll look into it. Did you see the video?
Which one?
I saw like I look at a guy who's called Captain Steve, who had like a full like opinions on the stuff in the beginning where there was no report yet, but maybe he uploaded something new since then. I haven't
Because
watched.
there have been 2 helicopter crashes into the Hudson lately.
No, I'm talking about the one that
The one I'm talking
Yeah.
about is when
mid-air
they crashed
collision,
in.
mid-air
Yeah,
collision with the jet. Yeah.
the collision with the jet happened, and then a little while later, another one happened, and it kind of looked like the entire tail of the aircraft just fell off. I don't know.
Oh, that
But
one
yeah,
wasn't a crash.
there's
At
been
least
a
I watched the thing on that one too. They said that
there's
it
been a
looked
lot of
like
crap.
might have been some kind of critical structural failure because it was a clear video of the helicopter just being dismantled mid-air without
Yeah.
aliens.
Yeah,
Um,
that looked
There,
weird to me.
there was an invisible alien ship they crashed into.
But to touch on the DEI thing, there have been a lot of like commercial air crashes because of diversity hiring. That's what Trump's trying to put a stop to.
Yeah, man, but in the last few weeks, I don't really like what Trump is doing. He's kind of fucking. I mean, it's the media here, at least, and like media overall, is kind of on his ass. And I don't know, they are spilling so much shit that I don't know what half of it was true or not. But
If
if you
it's-
look at the media, he's like really bad right now.
Yeah, but the media is always saying he's bad.
He's our most popular
No, even,
president in the
like,
past 10 years.
Even his own thing, like even Fox said that his approval rate is 39% now or something like that.
No.
No.
He's our most popular president that we've had in the past 10 years, excluding his first term.
I don't know. Fox said a few days ago that Trump's approval rate. No, they said 40%, and then
He holds the
CNBC or whatever came out with like 39 or less. I don't think.
Well, to give you an idea of how popular he is, he's all add on to that what I said, and then add on that he has the majority of the Senate, which hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah, but they did some polls for the population, and his approval rate with the last few stuff he did was like
Yeah.
only 39%.
Well, here's the problem with polls and the media. They love to manipulate the numbers. They'll ask like four
Yeah, that's
people.
what I think too.
They'll ask
But to
like
be
four
honest,
people,
I
but not
think-
tell you.
In some stuff, he's not doing the greatest thing. Like, he's talking a lot of shit, and he doesn't understand that the shit he's talking sometimes have consequences. Like, he's talking the same way that he did when he was campaigning, which is, I don't know. I don't think he should do that right now because he is creating a lot of ruckus.
Well, there's another problem with our media that the media has been lying for a very long time about all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, that's true too.
And
That's
a lot of
what I'm
what
saying.
a lot of what other countries take,
It's like you don't know what to believe anymore because
yeah, it sucks.
this part of the EU, for example, like Romania, is very it's controlled by the Democrats, so basically left. We have a lot of leftist media here.
The I forgot what I was saying.
And like in general, Europe is feeling shit about Trump in the last month or two because he's strong arming them for money and shit.
I've noticed that a lot of countries go from
Well-
the media that they go from the main media. The information they get, they source from the main media that we have, which is very flawed and very partial. I mean, if you want to look into it, there's a long list of reasons why the United States mainstream media is a crock of shit. But I'm not gonna get into that can of worms because it's easy to find out. But like, there's briberies and all sorts of other stuff. So it's very hard to trust anything you're told. And on my end specifically, just
Like,
in
for
America
example, the
directly.
newest stuff was like that they saying that there was some kind of thing that they sent some kind of person to a prison in another country because
Yeah, that person was a
because he-
gangbanger.
Yeah.
So because like Trump's argument was that he had an MS-13 tattoo on his knuckle. No, he saw a picture where he had an MS-13
tattoo on his knuckle.
Uh-huh.
And what the media is pushing at that, I didn't see the picture, but
That
the
he's an
media is
innocent
pushing,
man, right?
and a lot
Yeah.
of
No,
people
no.
they're pushing that that picture was photoshopped and it's obvious.
No, that. You know, it's funny. That's a lie. He had a court order from a judge from a few months ago, even, that he was to leave. He had to leave the country.
He was a known gang criminal.
Yeah.
He committed a lot of heinous crimes as a member of a
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah, it is confirmed that he was a member of MS-13, and then to become a member of MS-13, you have to murder someone.
Right.
But we have
Yeah,
a
this
lot
is
of
confirmed.
illegal
That's what I'm
immigrants that come
saying, that
over and do drug running
majority
and
of
murder.
media is pushing these lies, and
I
here
know.
you don't know what the fuck is real.
Yeah.
No.
Like I'm at the point now when I don't even listen to what the shit they're saying, because I'm like, is this true? Is this not true? The fuck
Yeah.
knows.
Ever since Biden opened the border, we've had hundreds of thousands. We've had the crime and rape rate and murder rate has shot up exponentially. And same thing with the UK. They started letting in the random people too, and now hundreds of thousands of people are getting hooked up. And I forgot which. The UK is starting to order people to let these people into their homes that own their own house. Like if you own your own house, the UK is going to order you as a government to let these immigrants live in your house.
I was
It's
watching a
it's getting really
video
fucked up.
today, and apparently the German secret service or secret forces or whatever it's called is basically like the German CIA has proof and solid information about like fucking like this is another thing that I don't know if what's true what's not, because you know Trump is kind of like sided with Russia a little bit on the negotiations part. He's like approving Russia's decisions and past things just
He's
to like
not.
yeah,
No.
but he's like bowing down to Russia just to end the war, basically.
Well,
and telling
what
Ukraine
actually-
like, hey, you are bad. Why don't you accept and give up your territory?
What
Right,
actually
so that
happened
is
was,
happening. And
well, I watched the discussion that they had, and what happened was Trump said, "I want to end the war. This
Yeah.
has gone on long enough. Let's find a way to end this." And the Ukraine was wanting us to send them more free stuff, like for nothing, like just donate more guns, all this and the other. Meanwhile, Ukraine is literally abducting their citizens off the street into forced service.
yeah,
and-
but Trump's plan to end the war is to make Ukraine give up the territory that Russia captured until now.
Well, no. Let me explain what I was going to finish saying, and then I'll hear that, because I'm going to lose track, because I'm not feeling too good. So Ukraine kept saying, well, what about us? They attacked us. You know, he was dead set. He was very obviously dead set on, like, blood. You know what I mean? And Ukraine's not in a position to keep continuing the war. You know? Like, yeah, Russia's hurting, but Ukraine's hurting worse. They're so
Right.
bad with their manpower, they're abducting their own citizens to throw out into the street. Like, people in a van will show up, pick people up off the street forcibly, tie them up in a van, take them out, and then forcibly conscript them. And
But-
in public view.
To be
There's
fair to
videos on the
Ukraine,
internet.
though- to be fair to Ukraine, though, they did a very good job to beat up the Russians. But
They did,
Now-
and that's what Trump said too. Trump's like, "You guys did a good job, but now's the time.
Yeah,
We got to
So
stop this."
basically, what I wanted
And
to say
Ukraine
about
tried to
the-
pick a fight with Trump, and Trump said, "Look, man, I'm trying to make this. I mean, this is my abbreviation. This is
So
my
he-
paraphrase." Trump basically said, "Look, man, we got to make this happen, or it's not going to get worse. It's gonna get worse, not better." And he kept going on about want blood, and he basically tried to pick a fight with Trump, and Trump said, "Get the hell out of here. We'll talk another time. We're not signing nothing. We're not giving you nothing until you're willing to talk." And then Russia comes up and says, "Okay, let's talk about this." And then they talked. Like, Russia was more willing to have a dialogue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, after Trump said that Zelensky is the issue because he doesn't want to accept giving up territory to end the war, Russia bombed him.
what I
Yeah,
mean is,
and then Trump contacted Russia,
Yeah.
very pissed, and told him, "You better fucking stop."
Yeah, and now that's what I wanted to get there. That
Trump is getting manipulated by Putin, and he is not seeing the real reality, which is the German Secret Service, or like the German CIA, has proof and a lot of information that, and they have insider people like infiltrated into the Kremlin apparently.
Well, Trump
That
did.
Russia is just playing
Mhm.
Trump because he's stupid and they can,
No,
and their plan
Trump.
is to do a bigger offensive against the whole Europe and
Mhm.
play on the card that
Well,
Trump
they
will not interfere.
No,
Trump
no,
would
no. Trump.
probably interfere with that.
Trump gave Russia the same shit he gave Ukraine. All you're trying to do is perpetuate this shit. And then whenever Russia keeps doing their shenanigans, Trump publicly, what's the word? Whenever you say that you don't support it, you denounce them or something like that?
Who?
Trump publicly, like, denounced Russia for their actions. And, and
Right,
warned
right.
them, or else he's gonna risk them getting involved.
Yeah.
Because he said this needs to stop. Too many people are dying.
That's what
Like,
I'm saying.
Russia's in
about
a
Trump
bad
is
spot
that
too.
Trump is saying a lot of shit. Like, and 1 minute he's saying
Well,
that
I'm just
Europe,
saying.
1 minute he's saying that Europe should be able to fend for himself. The next minute he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get involved." Like, you don't know what he's like.
Well,
He's like all over the place.
that's because what Russia's doing is interfering with our affairs.
Right.
It's different. Very.
Gonna get him. Like,
Various things because the United States has been pulling support for Europe for a very long time, and there's
yeah,
a
that's
lot of
what-
agreements.
That's what Putin is playing on.
There's a lot of agreements with America that we have not, like, okay, let's say with Canada. Canada's agreed to police their border and then they do a tax. But they have not actually paid any of those taxes in decades. And then Trump says, look, it's time to pay up. And they get all mad and pitch a hissy fit. You know what I mean? And same thing with parts of a lot of Europe, too. They're getting a lot of free handouts from us. And our economy has been falling apart because of it, and because of the decision of Biden and them just exacerbating the already existing issue.
And
like
the
with
other
China.
thing is that Trump keeps saying that U.S. paid more for Ukraine than the EU, but there's a thing that the EU Parliament cut out that EU paid like 100 billion more than the U.S. to Zelensky. There's
Well, it
like small
depends.
shit like that, you know. That
Well,
are
it
like
depends on
all
what you
over the
consider
place.
paying. Yeah, because there's military hardware too. There's millions and billions of military hardware that was sent there.
Yeah. The report was
Yeah.
with hardware and cash and whatever.
And
Right.
here's the thing. United States gave the money to them. Europe loaned the money to them.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I can say that Biden's stupid. What can you? That was
Yeah.
Biden's.
I mean,
I
we're not going to
know.
disagree there at all.
Yeah.
He was
Uh,
So
stupid when he did
technically-
that.
I had my
So
my
technically-
grocery bill for 10 items for Walmart jumped up to $200 when it used to be less than 100.
So technically,
And I'm living on a
the-
fixed
yeah, but now
income.
because Biden was
Sorry,
stupid,
so-
now Trump is pushing for Zelensky to sign that mineral deal, but Zelensky doesn't want to sign.
Yeah, well,
He doesn't want to sign because he was expecting to get free shit.
Yeah, he's not. I'm probably not
Yes,
gonna get
He
it
pitched
anymore.
a fit like a little kid,
mm-hmm.
and he's like, you don't want to see peace. You just want to keep going.
Yeah.
You want to let more people keep dying.
Really, what
There's people on both sides of the war that don't want to be there.
It sucks, but at this point in the war, Ukraine did really well against Russia, but they should probably just cut their losses.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Ukraine's
I
at a
know-
point to where they're going to start losing.
the thing is, they
Not
lost
unless-
they lost a lot of people, and I don't think they want to give up territory. That's the problem. They're very proud.
Unless Germany or France.
I don't
or
remember anything being said about territory.
one of
though.
those.
Of course,
one
it
of
is.
those
Like,
major
the
countries.
agreement was about Ukraine giving over the territory that Russia already captured. Basically, the what's it called? The Crimea,
Yeah.
and also the other territories that they captured in
see.
the war. to
Interesting.
Russia, and then Russia, and also uh, for future like some kind of future solid proof that nobody will interfere with those areas ever in the future,
Mhm.
right? And basically, Zelensky said, "Fuck you," and you can understand it. Like, put yourselves in his shoes. Like, imagine if somebody would invade the U.S. and
Well,
take
in
like
a vacuum, I
everything
understand.
everything till California, and then you'd be like kind of fighting back, but never not winning and losing a lot of people, and like
Yeah.
Europe would come and like tell you, hey, you need to give these
Hmm.
things to Russia or China or
Oh
whatever, and
yeah,
then you
I
can go
completely agree. In
like
a vacuum,
no,
I
it's kind of normal
completely.
that he said fuck you, you know. It's like we
Well,
lost millions of people. I won't give
yeah,
up
but
shit.
that's true. In a vacuum, I completely agree. But there's actually a lot more to it. Even the Ukrainian people are very critical of him because, um,
At this point, unless like one of the
even the
major
Ukrainians are
European
critical of
countries
Zelensky.
want to directly get involved by sending their troops, uh, it's unsustainable. There's no way. If the European countries wanted to send their troops,
Both sides have unwilling people,
uh,
and and both sides are at there's a big there's a turning there's a major what would you call it, Seth? This is a major boiling point.
yeah,
A
like if
lot
you
of
want,
stuff's gonna pop off here soon because Ukraine's hurting really bad. They're not in a sustainable position,
hmm
and Russia is barely in a sustainable position as well. But Ukraine's gonna buckle first.
yeah, like
It don't matter how many tanks we send to them. I mean, it
it,
does, but they're not. It doesn't matter if there's not
there's,
people to do it.
So
yeah,
basically, the report of the German like CIA was that is uh,
China's helping.
China is preparing to move in on all of his neighbors to try to take them, and
Oh yeah, that's old news.
that will preoccupy the U.S. And while this happening, Putin will take advantage and attack other countries in EU and try to overtake a big part of EU.
That
No.
would
And
be
he's playing on the thing that Trump is gonna
a
be
joke.
Yeah, if he
over
tries
No,
that, it's
there's
not going to work. United States, we have coverage that they don't.
Europe. Europe could easily. I mean, after what happened with Ukraine,
Crim.
Europe could easily curb stomp what Russia's left.
Yeah, Europe's because
no.
part of
This
the
is the thing that Russia right now, after what he lost, has a bigger military spending than Europe and a more military vehicles and
yeah,
No,
well,
than Europe right now after all the losses, because what they
hmm
basically did is they sent all the old vehicles to get destroyed so they can
they
go and
sent.
put a lot of money and do and create new ones, and they already created a lot of new ones. They have
Here's
apparently they have like
here's
hundreds
what
of
happened.
thousands of new
They sent.
vehicles.
What happened is they sent all their new vehicles in first. They were all destroyed relatively quickly. Then they
because
sent in.
the reason why they were destroyed is because of bad quality lack of maintenance. The ERA that's supposed to be on the sticks was filled with cardboard. They were using walkie-talkie radios and cell phones to communicate that anybody could just listen into.
Yeah, another one of their major problems is severe corruption. They only pay their soldiers like, let's say, $10 a month. And what
Yeah,
the
so that's the
soldiers
other thing.
do,
Like, what was
what
this
what the
report
soldiers end
saying
up
that
doing,
Russia only spent like 150 billion dollars for military, like 6% of their GDP, but
Uh huh.
that money can buy more equipment and more people. So the EU spent like 400 billion and Russia is 150. But if you like do the calculation, like basically the calculation of what's that worth in Russia and what's that worth in EU for military stuff, Russia is spending like 20% more, getting 20% more for its
and
150 billion than EU for its 400 billion.
and
I'm confident that the
let
EU
me.
will not have any trouble.
Yeah, I am too. And here's another problem with Russia. All right, so they only pay their soldiers $25 a month. What the soldier, and that's actually not a livable wage in Russia. So what the
For Russia,
soldiers
it is.
do,
That's the thing. That's what
no,
you don't understand. Russia is like really cheap country.
and what the soldiers do to make up for the lack of money is they will scrap certain things in their armories. Guns go missing, tanks go missing into scrap yards,
How much
and
did you said they paid their soldiers per day?
per month.
Per month, $25 a month?
Yeah, about that.
I don't think. I think that's day, not month.
No, that's month. It is
Mm,
dirt. They get paid
that
dirt.
that like just be reasonable and think about it logically. That's impossible to have somebody do
Yeah,
Seth
something
said
for $25
that is
a month.
that is conscripts. They are forced in.
he said it was from corruption.
I think this is part of the fake news for sure.
Russian.
Well, see, Russia, a lot of their population left whenever they said they were going to force people to serve, and so they switched it to other types of conscription because a lot of people left the country.
But wait, what are we talking about? Russia doesn't have a paid army. Russia has the Russia has it like how it was in the USSR, and how it was also in Romania before '91. Basically, what that means is every person who's over 18 has to go to training camp for like a year or two. So basically, you do your military service training, and then every person that has that and is capable will be brought in for military actions or
Right.
whatever when there's a war.
That's
So
why
they're
a lot of
probably not
people.
getting paid anything.
That's
And
why a
Yeah.
lot of people left the country when the wars was starting, because they didn't want to be involved. So Russia changed it to try to keep people to where they would conscript people under certain circumstances, and they somewhat they I mean, obviously they lied, but they're still conscripting people. But there's like
My
convicts and other
favorite.
things.
My favorite part is if you look at what the soldiers are bringing home. It's just like World War II. They're stealing toilets and sinks.
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. That's why so many of them are just surrendering, because it's less like most of them don't even want to be there. They're like being forced with a gun behind their back to go forwards to a lot of those, like a lot of those offenses that you've been seeing on like the news of them going across the field and getting murdered. That's because there's an entire troop of people with guns aiming at the back of their heads while they do it, so that they don't run away.
Uh-huh.
Not 100% of the time, but most of the time. And there's threat of execution. So the second Ukraine showed up, a lot of them are just like, I'm surrendering. And a lot of them are happier for it. Remember whenever Ukraine let them make calls to their families? Remember that, Seth?
Mm-hmm.
That was a big publicity stunt because it was starting to show like just how fake stuff is with Russia stuff. Propaganda. Now, I'm not
just
going
know
to
it's
pretend to
not.
be an expert on any of this stuff, but so I don't
I know
really
the
know much.
corruption in the army is severe. At certain points, you can, like a general will used to fluff the numbers of how many troops he had. Let's
Yeah,
say he
they
actually had,
do lie about reporting how many losses
Uh-huh.
they've had and stuff. That has been proven to be true.
Yeah, like there was a thing like let's say he had 10,000. He claimed he had 10,000 men. In reality, all this general had was 1,000 men, fully ready. But he claimed 10,000 because he would get money for it.
Yeah, you get like what a stipend? What's that called?
Yeah.
A stipend? Stipend?
Yeah, more of a stipend for it. Puppy, really?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I knew that the numbers were like conflated,
then
but I didn't know.
Then all
that
of a
particular
sudden, this
detail.
general has a mansion. It's very strange.
Yeah, that's crazy. I look at it like this. Maybe the reason why their spending has gone up is because of how much they've lost.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to like reinforce it. That's my guess. What do you think? What do you think, Zilla?
About what? Russian spending?
I said I think part of the reason why the spending's gone up is because they're trying to reinforce their losses.
Oh, did
No, it's not
oh,
about the spending going up. It's about the money that they're spending in Russia
Mm-hmm.
buys 3 times more stuff
Yeah, I understand that.
than, you know?
oh,
I was just thinking it might have been a result of them
So
losing a lot.
basically, Russia has 150 billion for military spending, 6% of their GDP. The European like the whole EU, everybody in the EU combined, has 460 billion. But
oh,
if you calculate how much Russia's would be like in EU money, Russia's money would be like close to 500 billion.
one of my favorite things is they were interviewing a Russian Air Force general right in front of an air base, and he was saying how secure his air base was. And in the back behind him, you could see an anti-air site kind of swinging back and forth because it was inflatable. It was a fake anti-air site. It was just an inflatable dummy.
Really?
Yes. You could see it swaying back and forth. It's just like, really? Yeah, it's like, we are prepared. We have so many anti-aircraft missiles here, and behind him, you just see a bunch of them just swaying back and forth because they're inflated.
That's crazy.
You're just like, uh-huh. And,
I haven't looked into it a whole lot because it makes me kind of sad.
and, sir, are you sure you're ready?
What do you think about that, Zilla?
No idea. I haven't seen the video.
Oh,
It sounds funny.
Heading for approach to badge 3-2.
Can't make this shit up sometimes.
Approach, Commander.
There's a lot of parody videos also done like that in Germany,
Yeah.
and some sites portray it as real when they're not.
Well, one thing we do know about Russia, they love keeping appearances and propaganda. That's part of how dictatorships function.
Like I'll give you an example. Germany has a show that basically it's like a funny news. It's called some kind of funny news. It's called funny news. And what they do is they take like conspiracy theories and like stuff that's happening kind of in the real world, and some people like have conspiracies around it, and they make like a news thing that it's real, and then they release it. But in Germany, this is a known show. It's like Germans have fucked up sense of humor, anyways. But then other like sites take it for like the views. They take this fake video, which is in German, and they add like subtitles in English and in other languages, and they send it out on Facebook to all the stay-at-home moms who don't have anything to do.
User entered your channel.
And
that's a pretty good
all of them
market.
believe it, and they just
Oh yeah, we have that
send it
problem
over
here
to everybody,
sometimes.
and then everybody is misinformed, basically.
Yeah, we get that.
I had the same thing, like my
Yeah, we get
aunt
that problem
started
here too
sending
sometimes.
this video of this German show
And don't worry,
of a pilot who was portrayed in the show as a Lufthansa pilot, who was like a quote unquote whistleblower coming forth that he is leaving Lufthansa because he is tired of pressing the big red button that every time they fly over specific areas that releases the chemicals, the chemtrails.
Yeah, John loves that
And
one.
He was like, I'm tired of this. My conscience doesn't let me do this anymore and shit like that. He was saying that in German, and everybody and these sites took it and like made it as if this was a real news, and everybody was like, oh, you see, I told you 5 years ago the chemtrails are real. Look at this Lufthansa pilot. I'm like, man, you're stupid.
Yeah, whenever America has a serious problem
User entered your
Connected.
channel.
with our school systems and stuff.
Oh,
Hey.
Here.
Hey,
How you doing?
Good.
hold on, hold that thought. Give me a minute, Himmer. I'm losing my train of thought. we have this problem in America where a lot of people are brought up in schools as a pseudo indoctrination clinic, where people are they're not taught to think for themselves, more so than they are just taught to go with what they're told, and it's become very prevalent. And that's part of why we have so. It's not the only reason, but it is a big part of why we have so many issues in America about people. They just take whatever they're told and run with it. So I know exactly what you mean about when you said that people get misinformed.
Yeah.
It's been happening so bad that people have literally committed murders over this stuff, including the UK. Remember that guy that killed himself because of Brexit, which was just a big hoax? The guy fucking suicide bombed himself. Hey, Hammer.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? You're kind of loud.
Oh, sorry. I've got the phone into my ear.
Oh, okay. Well, not you. I meant I could hear myself. Oh, really loud.
Well, I can turn it down a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Much better. Thank you.
Yeah.
Seth, what were you saying?
Oh, no. I'll be back.
That's funny. The little red button.
Did Seth get the did he get his space station built?
Yes. Yeah. I'm almost done with
Nice.
mine.
Oh yeah? I
I'm
didn't
really close.
realize you were building one.
Yeah, we both are. I was helping him work on his. And we're just doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Zill's got a steering wheel.
Oh yeah? I have one too, but it's boxed up in the basement.
Zill, tell
I
us
have a
about
PNY
your.
one.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's a brand.
A P and Y steering wheel.
Yeah. It's got a an H shifter to it.
An 8 shifter.
Yeah, H shifter.
H.
And pedals.
That's crazy. That sounds cool. Zill, what kind of steering wheel do you have?
Well, I have the Logitech, not the G29, the older one. With
Okay.
the H shifter.
Yeah, Hammer said he had an 8 shifter too on the one that he has.
Nice.
Yeah.
And pedals.
Yeah,
I use it for ATS and Euro Truck Simulator, but I haven't played ATS in a long time.
I use it now for Watertown. It has really good force feedback. I think it's better than Euro Truck.
Is it? Okay. That's good.
Zill, are you able to hear Hammer?
Yeah, he's able to hear me. Because we're talking.
Zill, are you able to hear Hammer? Hello?
What?
You able to hear Hammer?
No?
Oh, I'm not
trying to-
talking right now. I am
He
now.
was trying to say something to you.
Oh no, I said. All I told him is I haven't played ATS in a long time. Not even installed on Steam.
always
Right now.
better than following ATS and ETS forever.
Well, I had to pick and choose because I was getting low on space at the time. But I'm good on space now.
I was thinking about getting the Missouri download, but I decided against it because it's so small. Missouri is where I live, but it's way, way tiny.
Is this the new map that came out right now?
Yeah, it came out, 2 weeks ago or so?
Something like that.
Yeah, I had it wish listed and everything. But they're having a war sale right now. I was like looking into the line war game, but I don't know what to think. I haven't really explored it too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Apparently you draw lines and your armies line up on the lines.
That sounds nice, actually. Sounds interesting.
I think I first heard about it from you.
Probably. I end up looking into a lot of things that look interesting that I think we could play together.
Yeah.
Like Void Train. I told you for a while that it was on sale and you should get it so we can play it.
I'm not really interested in playing it. I was interested
Shut
in watching.
your mouth. You're gonna do what I tell you, boy.
I'd rather play that other game that we got, but we never hardly play.
Which one?
That
Take your pick, man.
Aircraft carrier game.
I got a shit ton of games we haven't played.
Yeah, the aircraft carrier game is pretty good, and then that one where you have the space base, and it's real time and first person.
Oh,
Executive Assault. Yeah.
No, I like that game. I like that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we were gonna play it that one day, but I think Nordic didn't want to.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
That's
Or
probably.
he wanted to, he just didn't do it. Get down, dogs.
Yeah, we were like waiting on him, and he never showed up. And then he got pissed, and I got pissed at him for getting pissed for not showing up.
They won, yeah.
Is that what happened? Is that about right, Hammer?
Yeah, they
But-
wanted in. Bad.
Was that
Dogs.
when it? Yeah, I think I remember that. I kind of got pissed because he kind of basically stood us up, and I got pissed because he got pissed, saying that we weren't doing nothing with him. Isn't that about what happened?
Something like that, yeah. It's like nothing ever materialized. He stayed on his game, you stayed on yours, and I went to bed.
Yeah, I try not to think about it because it ticks me off. I hate that.
Yeah.
I try so hard, you know.
Well, Line War seems to be cooperative, and it's $12. But
I'll look it up. Just give me a second.
I don't know.
But
I've never
still,
played a
just
game like that.
Just to
and-
finish off what we were saying, and I'll just leave it at that. I get what you mean. That is some interesting stuff. So I appreciate you teaching me about some of that.
About what?
About what you're telling me about the EU and stuff. I
yeah.
appreciate you.
Yeah, well, I was
Teaching
just
me.
saying that you don't know anything here. Like, it's far left of me everywhere.
I know for a fact I don't know much about over there. I just consider it a nicer place. If I were to be blunt about it, I just consider it to be nicer over there. Or that's how
They
I
have their
thought
issues
about it.
over there,
I've never
too.
really looked. Well, everybody does. But I'm just saying I've never looked into it that much because I don't want to get sad and depressed.
Yeah.
What's it called? Line battle or whatever?
Line War.
Line war. Okay, I see it. This looks interesting, maybe? Is it turn-based?
No, real time. From what I can see.
Without the need for micromanagement. $12? Yeah. I can buy it. Give it a shot.
Oh, you don't.
Oh, they added
I-
trains to it.
Don't. Yeah, you don't have to buy it. Just look it up. Just research it.
Man, uh, I'll let you do that.
I bought the that drone game, Zilla, and I refunded the damn thing. I mean, it was $3.99, but I couldn't even blow up the aircraft. Telling me to blow the aircraft up on the airfield, and I couldn't even. They weren't even explodable.
Did you leave a review?
No, what I did is I let them know about the, when I was in the customer service thing, why I didn't want it anymore.
Uh-huh.
I had
Yeah, you
less
should leave a
than 2
review.
hours on it. Huh?
You should leave a review so others don't buy it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I like Executive Assault too. They got a new update coming up.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't really want to slam the game too much because a lot of it was really cool. But
Well, just make sure you include that.
Just really
Make
ticked
sure
me
you...
off when. Okay, so two major things happened with it. I couldn't blow up the airplanes. I tried 3 times on 3 different airplanes. Couldn't blow them up. Then I tried to blow up artillery, and the game crashed. Wouldn't even let me load in.
Iron Brigade. What's this, John? This looks familiar. I think I've seen it.
It's a little game I used to play back on 360.
Oh, I know this.
It's
It's
a fun
the
game.
it's a tower defense game.
It's not a tower defense. Not really a tower defense, dude. You are a walking mech going and defending a spot. And it's a 4-player.
Well, yeah, but like you're a walking thing, but there's also like defenses you put down, right?
Temporary.
Yeah, sure, I'll
That's
try
only
it.
when you get through the tricky storyline where you unlock all that crap.
Yeah, I had it on my wish list, didn't I? It's been there for a while.
No. I just throw it at you and stuff.
Okay.
No one of my friends has it on their Frontier list for it. I'm like, oh, this is a classic good one.
It's called Iron Brigade? Is it RTS?
It's a mixture of like here I'll link it.
Okay.
Right now it's time to smash some zombies. So, hey.
How about this, John? This is $3. Here, I'm
not
linking it to you on
picking
Steam.
any other games right now.
Okay. I'm linking
How's the
this to
house
you.
hunting going?
Hammer, I'm linking you something on Steam.
Okay. John, how's the house hunting going?
It's going good. He's getting ready to move in, I think. Right, John?
No, paperwork. Always paperwork.
Well, I know, but like progressing, right?
Where did you buy at?
Where'd you buy it at?
Just in the town to the south.
Fountain?
Is it called Fountain?
That is a suburb of Colorado Springs.
Yeah, but is it Fountain?
You just want to know if it's Fountain.
Town is a suburb.
John said
Colorado
no.
Springs.
No, I know. Remember, I used to live in Pueblo.
John said no. That's the
I
translation.
used to live out in Pueblo West.
I'm
Hammer
not
said-
a suburb. I was gonna tell you it's in a suburb. I will tell you. I'm going to
Oh.
Pueblo. And at
Pueblo.
another city. It's
Hammer said
Colorado
that-
Springs City, Pueblo City.
Hammer said
Oh,
he used
okay.
to live in Pablo.
Pueblo West. Yes.
Pueblo West.
Yep.
That's where I'm heading off to.
Pueblo West or Pueblo?
Pueblo West or Pueblo?
Yeah.
He said yeah.
That's the district I'll be in.
How big is it for? Because that's a lot of money.
Got a phone call.
Hey Zilla. Hey Zill. Zill?
Yeah.
Hey. Hey, what happened yesterday?
What?
Whenever you were like on, your wife was like in the background talking to somebody on the phone or something. And she said Q like 4 times. And I was like, hello? Is somebody calling me?
That's funny.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, this morning?
No, like yesterday.
Well, for me, it was this morning.
This morning you were muted.
Okay, so what happened?
Yesterday, whenever you were in the other room doing something, I forgot what it was you were doing. I think you had to go greet somebody or something. Your wife was in your room having a conversation on the phone or something, and she said Q like 4 times, and I was like, hello?
So what,
Somebody
you?
calling me?
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I think it was like, I think it's just part of your language. Because like in Spanish, they use Q for like things too. Because she was like, blah 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 Q, blah 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 Q. And I was like, hello? Somebody calling me? You know?
Oh, anybody's calling me?
What's up?
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
hammer.
I
I'll
would
get the-
not live in Pueblo East. That's for sure. We used to go through there on the trains, and that was a violent, gang-infested place.
Pablo East is violent?
Pueblo East, yeah, east side. Mm-hmm. Lots of
Hey,
shootings.
John.
Most of them go unsolved. They've got one of the highest murder rates in Colorado.
FE. I wonder what Johnny there?
He said he's moving to Pueblo West.
He did. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's the Colorado. He's the resident Colorado guy. I just thought maybe he'd have something interesting to say. You know what I mean? I thought maybe
for
he
sure,
would have
yeah.
like, some input. I like to, I like to enrich myself with other people's thoughts.
Well, I moved out of there back in 2012 or 2011. But I lived there from 2008 to
So you drove some
2012.
trains through there?
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad to be out of that
East
one place
Pueblo
in
was
Florida.
bad. It was really bad.
I'm glad I got out of that place in Florida where there was gunshots every day.
Yeah.
Back.
Hello. What'd your wife say about what I told you?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you were telling her about it.
She's playing Assassin's Creed shit in here.
I thought you told her about it.
No.
Well, I don't speak Spanish either way, so I wouldn't know if you did. Jammer was talking about how he drove a train through some areas.
Yeah, we used to drive. We used to go from Pueblo to La Junta.
Pablo
Colorado.
to the hunter.
Yep.
Pablo to the hunter. Go. Must have been scary.
There's only 50 miles. I think yeah, it's 50 miles, I believe. A lot of times
Well-
we flipped. We'd take a train and then we'd take a taxi back, and we'd get double tickets.
What's that mean?
You get 2 tickets in one day, like two pay trips.
Oh. That sounds
Like a
nice.
pay trip on the railroad, like say a basic day is like $250. You'd get 2 of those.
That's like what, 12 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, to flip it like that, it would be. Yeah.
But what about the trip there to get to the 500 miles or whatever you said it was?
50 miles. That'd usually take anywhere between 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and then the van ride home would take an hour, less than an hour.
Ooh, there's gonna be a new ship, a new big ship in Elite called the Panther Clipper.
Sounds cool.
Oh, it's in Elite. In Elite.
Yeah, there's the guy, I don't know if you guys watch him, called Obsidian Ant on YouTube. He just released a new video about the new ship 2 hours ago.
Yeah, Obsidian Ant. That's pretty cool. He's a pretty good guy. I like his stuff. I think he's a Kiwi or an Australian or Brit or something.
I think he's Mexican because he's not American.
Probably.
Mexican American.
Something. Oh, they put up a rain gauge out there. That's pretty cool. I
What's
haven't seen
that?
one of those in a while.
Where? What happened?
Oh, they put up a rain gauge
Okay, where?
on my neighbor's fence.
Hammer,
I
you're
haven't
speaking in
seen
riddles,
one of those
man.
things in years.
You're speaking in riddles to me. I don't know what's happening. Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Do you need your dick sucked?
Yeah, you just put a few drops of this on a little felt pad, and whenever you take the scent, you just rinse the felt pad. Over time, the felt pad will be like that.
I'm gonna touch your butt. Hey Zill, are you back?
One sec. I'm racing another truck.
Oh, okay. I wanted to learn some more about your setup. I'm very fascinated by these things. Let me know whenever you feel free to engage me.
were you saying, Q?
Had a few things. I'm curious about your setup and stuff.
What's that up? PC?
Well, yeah, I'm curious about all that stuff.
I think I told you before that I have a Ryzen CPU.
Oh, I meant the steering wheel stuff. I'm sorry. I had a
Oh no, it's
brain
just
got
the
you.
Logitech
Right,
G27, or I think there's a G29 and it's the one before the G29. I don't remember it. So I have steering wheel pedals and H shifter. But it's a different game with the shifter and the trucks. What I don't like is if I let go of the clutch fast, like how you would shift in normal life, because when you shift manual, you're not like when you're in speed, you like just press in the clutch and like shift and then let go of the clutch instantly. But the game, when you do that, it basically reacts as if you weren't already rolling with speed. It kind of revs up fast and then throws it into gear. It basically looks like if it's like I don't even know how. There's a name for this in real life. It's called like, um, but that you do when you're like in low gear. I mean low speed. The gear floating thing. It does the gear floating thing when I'm up to speed and shifting fast for some reason. And the gear floating is usually only done with like the gas pedal without clutch, if I'm remember right. Basically, you like rev match and then you shift and it will go into gear.
Yeah, Hammer said he also had an 8 shifter.
Nice. I got this Logitech setup second hand in 2021 for like $100. Pretty good.
Yeah. Hey Seth, you there? I guess he's not. Anyways, go on. I just wanted to check something with him.
Yeah, well,
So
that's all I
that
have.
don't sound too bad.
No, it's not expensive. It's a really old wheel. This wheel came out like 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, Hammer
But
said he
it's
had
good
like a
because it has
PL.
force feedback, and it's pretty nice force feed. It's not the best, but it's for the cheap wheels. It's one of the best probably from the cheaper wheels. It's also they say this is a really good like entry level wheel if you want to do racing and stuff and you don't want to spend a lot of money. The Logitech G series is pretty affordable and accurate.
Okay. You should.
Just write Logitech G wheel and then there's two versions. There's the G29, which is Xbox themed, I think. And this is the one that's the PlayStation themed one, which is cheaper. And I think the difference is that the G29 has a lot more force feedback. Like it has like also road rumble in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm looking for the G. I'm looking at the G29. There seems to be a lot of them with the PlayStation logo. So there must be a version for both.
Probably, yeah. But mine is one lower. It's what is whatever is lower G29. It's lower than G29.
I don't know. I have to figure out how to find out. I'm gonna fly to Dunwich Gateway. I'm about done with Elite for the day. I'm getting a little tired of...
Or no. It is G29. Sorry, because the other one that I'm talking about is G900 something. So it's the G29 that I have. Yeah.
Interesting stuff. Interesting. Yeah, the G920 and the G29 are considered part of the same thing. And the G part thing. Apparently, according to their website.
I think the 920 has some kind of extra stuff, or maybe that's a different one. I don't know.
I don't know either, because I'm confused. Because I pull up the G29 on the Logitech website, and it says G920 plus G29, and it says Xbox or PlayStation version. The PlayStation version has more buttons. The Xbox one has less buttons, and now I'm just like, why? Are they not the same thing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Making my head hurt, because... See, the hard part about researching stuff is I end up with way more, questions than what I started with. And that gets really annoying when that happens. Because now I have to question, are these two separate versions, or are they the same version? Should I aim for the one with more buttons?
Today.
Yeah, like that's gonna... I just pull some random articles from somewhere on the internet. They'll always help me. But, yeah. Oh, you're right. I should try using it a bit more. There's a chance that sometimes it'll be useful. Oh, okay. The G920 is for the Xbox, the G29 is for the PlayStation.
Yeah, there you go.
The G29 has like the extra red thing with like an enter key.
Yeah, that's
But why? The funny part about that is why don't they have that on the Xbox version? Oh. Based on aggregated retail sales.
The thing is that I think the G920 is specifically for Xbox, and the G29 was made for PS3, PS4, and the PC.
Well, they're both integrated for PC.
Yeah.
The only difference is the console. The one for Xbox doesn't even have the Xbox logo; it just has the Logitech logo. The only thing it has the Xbox is the home screen button, which is pretty standard even with PC. Even regular PC controllers have those. That's not special to Xbox. I think even PlayStation has.
I know that there's a Logitech G something that is totally different than these two because it's more advanced. But I don't know. It's something with 900. That one too, I think.
I don't know. They want $400 for this thing, and it's like, it's
Yeah,
really, it's
brand new,
old.
brand new. It's but look at like, don't you have like a site where you can buy secondhand ones?
Yeah, there's like Amazon and
eBay.
stuff.
Go to eBay and check in eBay. You're gonna find it really cheap. For sure.
Yeah, you can also check on Amazon and stuff. Get them refurbished and all that. Or Walmart.
Yeah, refurbished will still be expensive, but if you get it from somebody else from secondhand on eBay, it's gonna be like I don't know, $100, something like that. Because the thing is, these came out like 10 years ago. So if somebody had it for 10 years, they're not gonna sell it for $400. It's gonna be like very cheap. Maybe some stuff on it will be a little bit scruffed up, but it will work. I mean, I had this for like 5 years, and the guy before me also had it for like 5 years, and it's working perfectly. And I used it a lot. I used to play a lot of iRacing with it, which is, believe me, it took it through its max capabilities.
You didn't get the pedals with it, did you?
I have everything: pedals, steering wheel, and shifter.
Oh, interesting.
What I'm looking at is there is an addition for the shifter, and for other shifters you can use it too. You have this shifter, and you have to like take off the knob, and there's like an add-on which is like a truck shifter, which has an extra USB, and that has the two like sequential buttons, like high low gear, and then second gear set, and then the third gear set. And it's like one of those a little bit higher truck shifters, like double the size than the normal one. The normal one is really small. The normal one is like 4 fingers high.
Yeah.
And that extra add-on for it, I think it's pretty expensive, to be honest, because it's like around more than $50, which for just like a freaking an add-on. And I added it to my wish list, and I'm waiting for the price to go down. Maybe even a little bit more than $50, because 500 lei is like $100, and it's like 370 lei, so it's more.
Yeah, it's just that I was just fascinated about these things.
About what things?
Just these apparatuses. I like learning about things.
They're cool to play with, but it's twice as tiring to play with a wheel than with a controller.
Yeah. I figured as much.
Like I barely did two.
That's part of why I got rid of my. That's part of why I stopped using the joystick for War Thunder. I would come home from work and it was just. It was just too much trouble, straining.
Like I love it because it's fun to like shift manually and like clutch and stuff. But it makes the game a little bit more real, you know? It's not the same chill game now. Now it's like, ooh, I have to drive. Which is fun for a while, and then I'll change back to controller a while, and then I go back to steering a while, you know?
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
I always encourage you to whatever makes you happy. And, switching it up like that sounds good. That way you don't wear too much out. Wear out too
Yeah. It's just nice to feel the weight of the truck on the wheel, you know? This is the big thing about like when you feel the force feedback, like taking the turns with with the wheel. It's really hard to flip a truck because you start feeling the heaviness on the wheel, and you know that if I'm gonna pull harder now, it's gonna flip, which you don't feel with the controller.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. There's a lot of vibration functions on the game for the controller, but I turned them all off. There's also one for steering. There's a steering vibration function on the controller for the game, but I don't like using the vibration on the controllers, so I turn it off. I used to not mind it, but when I'm not feeling good, I'm very acutely aware of my senses, and it doesn't help me feel better.
I was using the vibration because I felt that it was helping me a lot feel when I'm flipping or not, because it's kind of the same thing. When I started
yeah, I was just having an epiphany.
It started vibrating like crazy, and I was like, okay, now I have to brake and let off the turn radius.
Yeah, yeah. When you mentioned about the way it feels about the rocks and stuff, I had an epiphany and realized, oh, that's what the vibration stuff was about that I didn't use. Because I never tested it. That's the first thing I do in every game is I turn off the vibration. Because whenever I'm not feeling too good, vibration. When I'm not feeling too good, I'm very acutely aware of my senses. My senses jump up when I get real sensitive. And I can't have a vibrating controller when that's happening, you know? My heart rate jumps up and I have to focus on something. I have to tunnel vision, tune everything else out, you know? It's harder to do when I have something vibrating the senses in my fingers, you know? Now my dick's another story, but we're not gonna get into that because I can't.
The other thing with the wheel, in trucking, you will get much slower because you kind of start being more aware of corners and stuff, and I just feel slower. With the controller, you can kind of take it more to the limits, at least in this game. And if it would be like a special simulator racing game, the wheel would be better because you can probably, if I would go racing in this game with the wheel, I could do a better lap time because you can really precisely take those corners and brake and stuff.
Yeah, I keep seeing people on YouTube saying that try out Motor Town that have like are like known to play a lot of racing games with a steering wheel, and they always say Motortown's been their favorite. Or a lot of them do. A lot of them say it's either at the top of the list, which is the least common one. Most common comment I see from these type of people is that it's their favorite. So I've
Right.
always, so that got me really curious. So it's
Well, I
either
would
their
try
top
it, but
favorite.
I don't have any race cars. I can build a race car. I have like a million now, but I don't know which one's better.
You know what you could do is go to the junkyard, get one of those cars that are cheap, and you can build them up. A couple of them are like
I've
some
seen
old
some
school
race cars
Camaros and shit.
at the port too. What's up with those?
There's a Porsche and something else down there.
There was like a Mustang kind of car down there.
A couple of those aren't implemented in that way. The orange one that has the really big
Yeah, the orange
spoiler.
one.
You can get that one at the junkyard. So you can't get a body kit like that, but you can make the spoiler like that. And I actually have one. I bought it just so I could do that. Because ever since I saw Joe Dirt, I've been a fan of that big spoiler. It's a movie. It was a comedy movie about Joe Dirt, a person in the movie with big hair. Yep. Anyways, I think it's called the. I don't think it's called the Tuscan. I don't think. Actually, I think it is. Hold on.
It would be nice if they would add also retarders in the game for trucks.
Yeah, like turn on a speed limiter.
No retarder. Like you have the jig brake and then retarders.
Yeah. Ain't that the same as a speed limit?
No, retarder is basically slows down the truck like the speed brake. It just uses another like
Another method.
electric like engine that like spins the wheels the other way, I think, or something like that, or the motor the other way. I don't exactly know that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it also makes like a weird noise, but it's kind of different from the jig brake, because the jig brake is like a clicky thing, and this retarder is like a freaking like
A wheel winding
chainsaw
up.
sound. Is like it's like really loud. It's louder than the jig
Oh,
brake.
that's crazy.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
If you look for like, there's a lot of trucker videos where they like go downhill and like use the retarder. Basically, it's like a button in those older Kenworth and those kind of trucks, which they have to like press to press up to like give it a harder retarder position, like down when they like want to give it a slower.
Yeah, at the junkyard, it's called a Tuscan. There's 3 cars that are there, and each one of them can be outfitted a certain way, and they're
Isn't
pretty
the
cheap.
Tuscan the Impala?
According to this thing I'm looking at, it's a Chevy Nova. It's 1971.
Ah, okay.
But I think that might match your starting car. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I have the Tuscan. That's the starting car.
Oh, well, you could put a big spoiler on it then. If you want the formula car, you actually have to craft it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now they've changed the recipe for what you got to do to build it over the past several updates. They changed it like twice. So I don't know what it takes now. But yeah, you have to craft it in order to, and then you have to buy it for 100,000 or something. And it's at the speedway where the bridge is. So yeah, you've already got the Tuscan. You might as well try messing with that a little bit.
Right.
Um. Now I can look up the Impala if you. I thought
I
you
have
already
the
had
Impala.
one.
That's what I'm asking. I made a taxi out of it.
Oh, okay.
You get it from Gassy Ranch or whatever.
Yeah. The Mammoth is the name of that Humvee that you're looking for. You apparently get it. Um, supposedly you get it at at the South City where the showroom is. But yeah, there's two other cars that are at the junkyard. There's an 1982 Nissan Micra at one of those. The junkyard. I don't know what that is, but that's what they say.
And I feel like with manual shifting and all, it's you kind of a little bit more fuel efficient, maybe.
Maybe.
Because I went from with a full tank of fuel, I went from the Joji oil all the way to Jeju Harbor, and then I came back almost all the way, like halfway to Joji to the first gas station, and I still have, I think I still have gas, like almost get there, but I would run out before I'll get up that hill. And the Golima.
There's an old guide here that's a little old, but some of the information's still relevant for the most part. In case you need like a reminder on some things. I'm gonna add it to your favorites or something.
I found a YouTube video that's pretty recent with all the cars.
Hey Q, how's your progress going? Yeah.
It's going okay. I'm getting a little burned out.
Don't
Or
worry.
I should say tired is more the correct term.
I'm about the same.
I'm about ready to do something else for a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've delivered like 30 times. I don't know, I lost count. I'm just dropping off another one right now.
Oh, you got steel completely done, don't? No.
Almost. It's
At 12,000.
I've done a lot of them. The steel at the place I was at was a little low, but I filled up on titanium, so
I've been doing CMM composites. It used to be at 12, now it's at
6.
6.
Yeah, we're almost done.
64% done.
Yeah, but I think I'm about ready to do something else for the day. I'm getting tired.
I got rid of all your water. No, your people don't need water anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
Now they just need CMM composites and titanium.
Titanium and steel is at that place I've been going to Nora. That's just the next system over.
I am where? Yeah, where?
But yeah, I think I should get off and like take a break or rest or something. I don't know. I'm starting to get sleepy.
Well, if you're done with that, then I'm just gonna do mine now. For a little bit. But I am getting sleepy too until I get off.
How close are you to being done? With yours?
Another 2 weeks.
Like fully everything upgraded?
No, this is just for my current station, unless I get more help.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're doing the biggest one now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if all of us get on.
I can show you a screenshot of what I need.
Yeah, send it to. You have Zill on your friends list, right?
Yeah. I can send it to him.
Yeah, send it to him.
You could do this too, by the way, Zill.
Yeah, I know. I just
No,
got
no, no.
taken away by Motor Town.
No. What I mean is you can look it up like the way how I have it looked up here.
Yeah, no. I can go on the
Okay.
system map and
Okay.
check your progress.
Yeah, that's how horrible it is.
User in your channel timed out.
Was that John?
Hopefully.
Usually John at times. He probably like, I don't know. He's busy. He's been busy.
Anyways, how do you like that picture? It's sad amounts of stuff. I can do about 10K in a day myself, 10,000 materials, but still.
Is John? Are you gonna go do yours now, Seth?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I think I need a break. I'm like getting really tired. I
That's
can't sleep yet though because I'm waiting on my groceries to get here at 7. Probably won't be here till 8.
Oh, poor Q.
Yeah.
Why is it